Okay, I'd like to call to order this regular trustee meeting. Today's date is November 6, 2025. The time is 6:30 p.m. A full and accurate account of this meeting's video and audio can be found at www.genoatwp.com. Roll, please.
Oh, so I'm sorry. I was reading. Trustee McMurray.
Here.
Trustee Vaughn.
Here.
Trustee Antoinette.
Here. Also with us this evening is Patrick Myers, Fiscal Officer, Donna Batten, Assistant Fiscal Officer, HR, Dina Brown, Office Manager, Lauren Fitzpatrick, Director of Roads and Everything here, James McMillan, Police Chief, Joe Ponzi, Fire Chief, Joe Schaefer, Director of Zoning and Development, Leslie Strader, Director of Communications and Events, and last but not least, Paul Wise, Township Administrator. I'd ask those who are able to stand, we'll pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Chief, Fire Chief.
Good evening, Board. In front of you in your packets this evening, you'll have requests for resolutions for the hiring of 4 individuals. The first 3 firefighters that I'm going to present to you this evening are all 4 of them are all firefighter paramedics. The first 3 have completed all of the required testing and hiring requirements that are in place for hiring at the fire department. So I'm going to ask you, and Mrs. McMurray, you weren't here earlier, I'm going to ask for 3 resolutions to just hire everyone, and then we'll do the swearing in. So we don't, resolution swearing. We want to keep, it's a lot of stand up, sit down for Pat. We want to keep the steps to a minimum. So with that being said, the first employee that I'd like to present to you tonight is Abdiraham Abdul. He has been a part-time firefighter for Newton Township Firefighter, New Lexington Fire Department, and also the Clinton Township Fire Department here in Franklin County. I would ask that he would be hired in at Step A of the collective bargaining agreement, which is $28.47 per hour, and I would ask for that resolution to hire.
Okay, I move to hire Abdiraham. Did I say that right? Didn't want to butcher it. Abdul as full-time firefighter, paramedic, effective November 12th, 2025, at the A step rate of $28.47 per hour per the collective bargaining agreement. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion? None? Roll.
Trustee McMurray.
Yes.
Trustee Vaughn. Yes. Trustee Antoinette.
Motion passed.
Thank you. The second employee for this evening is Evan Snyder. Evan was, until recently, a full-time firefighter paramedic with the Franklin Township Fire Department in Franklin County and was recently laid off. He is also currently employed as a part-time firefighter paramedic with the Clinton Township Fire Department in Franklin County. I would ask for a resolution for his hiring. He will start at Step A of the collective bargaining agreement, which is $28.47 per hour.
Okay, I move to hire Evan Snyder as a full-time firefighter, paramedic, effective November 14th, 2025, at the A step rate of $28.47 per hour per the collective bargaining agreement. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion? None?
Trustee McMurray.
Yes.
Trustee Vaughn.
Yes.
Trustee Antoinette.
Yes. Motion passed.
Third, I'd like to present to you Noah Westrick. Noah is a part-time firefighter, part-time firefighter, paramedic for the Newton Township Fire Department and also the Prairie Township Fire Department, which is in Franklin County. I would ask that he would be hired and start at Step A of the collective bargaining agreement at $28.47 per hour.
I move to hire Noah Westrick as full-time firefighter, paramedic, effective November 15th, 2025, at the A step rate of $28.47 per hour per the collective bargaining agreement. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion? None, vote?
Trustee McMurray.
Yes.
Trustee Vaughn.
Yes.
Trustee Antoinette.
Yes.
One more.
One more.
Last, I would like to ask for a resolution of conditional employment for firefighter paramedic Kyle Faust. Kyle works full-time at the Springfield Township Fire Department in Richland County. Kyle was a late addition to our hiring list due to the removal of another candidate. We have started, he's in his last steps of passing like his physical, his background check, psychological assessment. So I would ask that he would be hired under resolution under conditional employment, that he passes his required medical physical per the department requirements, all the background requirements, and his psychological examination. And if you're willing to do that, I would ask that, being that he has been full-time for greater than 1 year, we would bring him in at step B of the collective bargaining agreement, which would be $30.52 per hour. And our hopes would be to have Kyle join the rest of the three during their formal 40-hour orientation week, beginning the third week of November. I'll report to you that that was successful, and then I would like to bring him back in December just to swear him in.
Okay. I move to hire Kyle Faust as a full-time firefighter paramedic effective November 16th, 2025 at the B step rate of $30.52 per hour per the collective bargaining agreement, and conditional upon the passing of an employment, physical, psychological assessment, and background check. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion? None? Roll.
Trustee McMurray.
Yes.
Trustee Vaughn.
Yes.
Trustee Antoinette.
Yes, motion passed.
Thank you, Board. And I'd like to swear the first three in. Abdul, you're first.
You want to come to the flag? All right. Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Abdirahman Abdul,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Ohio,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Ohio,
and will faithfully discharge the duties
and will faithfully discharge the duties
of firefighter, paramedic
of firefighter paramedic
in Genoa Township,
in Genoa Township,
Delaware County,
Delaware County,
state of Ohio,
state of Ohio,
during the continuance of my employment.
during the continuance of my employment.
So help me God.
So help me God.
We're going to let him stand up here and roast a little bit, so everyone can stare at him. Abdul, do you want to introduce friends, family that you may have brought with you? Oh, sorry.
So right over there, that's my family. So my mother, my 6 beautiful sisters, and my brother. I got some cousins here, and I have a bunch of my family from Clinton Township, all sitting over there.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, you can sit.
I state your name.
I, Evan Snyder,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United
the
States,
Constitution and laws of the state of Ohio,
the Constitution and laws of the state of
and
Ohio,
will faithfully discharge the duties
and will faithfully discharge the
of
duties
firefighter, paramedic
of firefighter paramedic
in Genoa Township,
in Genoa Township,
Delaware County,
Delaware County,
state of Ohio,
state of Ohio,
during the continuance of my employment.
during the continuance of my employment.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I got in trouble last night.
my mom, my dad, brother, sister, girlfriend, then some family from Franklin and Clinton Township.
Very nice.
Thank you.
All right, raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Noah Westbrook,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Ohio,
the Constitution and laws of the state of
and
Ohio,
will faithfully discharge the duties
and will faithfully discharge the
of
duties
firefighter paramedic
of firefighter paramedic
in Genoa Township,
in Genoa Township,
Delaware County,
Delaware County,
state of Ohio,
state of Ohio,
during the continuance of my employment.
during the continuance of my
So
employment.
help me God.
So help me God.
You want to introduce family and friends that you
Yeah.
may have with you?
So I got some family in the front row. I got my mom and dad, my two littlest siblings. One's 10 and one's 8.
Welcome. Congratulations. If you all would just give me a minute to get this, say mom group out of here. You all are excused to go back to the firehouse.
Not chief, here, I'll give him the chief.
All right. He's still up.
Hope there's someone there to let it on the firehouse. They're a little slow sometimes.
There's a lot of them.
I'm sorry? Thank you for that consideration.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. You are?
Yeah.
It's quiet enough.
Yeah.
My second item on the agenda this evening is a request to approve a purchase order to Mid-Ohio Generators. This is to replace our 13-year-old emergency backup generator that powers the fire station during power outages. We have been literally fighting with this generator for about 18 months now, throwing parts at it. We finally brought in a new vendor 4 months ago. Started talking about more repairs. We've already spent over $8,000 in repairs in this generator this year, trying to get it back running. And as you can see, the price of a new one is $42,000. It's a 13-year-old piece of equipment. This is what powers us when the power goes out. So we have to have it. Keeps the lights on, furnaces, air conditioning, make sure the doors go up when we need to leave. We had a couple times during this last summer and even the previous summer when the power and out generator failed to run, we had to manually open up the really large bay doors, and that takes about everybody that you have on duty. And the only thing I was really worried about was what happens if there's an accident? So we finally got down to the point where the new vendor finally came in and they were trying to research some more parts for us. And there's a couple of the parts that they thought that would need to be replaced, and they're obsolete. We can't even get the parts anymore. So we're at the point now where it's just time for replacement. So this is actually a little bit of a smaller unit than we currently have behind the fire station. That original one was built to power the fire station, the apparatus bays, and also the complete whole old police station. Obviously, with the police department moving into their new facility, we didn't need nearly as large of a unit, so we were able to save some money. So with that being said, I would ask for the approval for the purchase order in the amount of $42,160 for the new generator.
I move to approve a purchase order to Mid-Ohio Generators LLC in the amount of $42,160 for a Generac 80 kilowatt natural gas generator. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion. I just got one question, Donna, maybe you and Donna. How are we paying for this? Funds?
Paul's buying it for us.
Okay, thanks, Paul.
So nice, so nice.
You need that phone number?
And the credit card number?
The Fire Department Contingency Fund is the correct answer.
You have
I
funding.
tried.
Okay,
We do have funding.
okay. All right, roll.
Trustee McMurray?
Yes.
Trustee Vaughn?
Yes.
Trustee Antoinette?
Yes, motion passed.
Thank you very much.
When are they gonna do this?
And if I may, I believe I've got to, could I ask that Paul would be able to sign the sales agreement so that we can get this to them tomorrow? It's gonna take a couple weeks to get it ordered. Thankfully, it's a smaller unit. They estimated about 4 weeks. And then once it gets in and they start working, probably a week, 10 days for the total removal of the old unit. Gonna replace a couple small pieces and parts, but hopefully by the end of the year.
Yeah.
So, because we're out of luck right now, we don't have anything.
There's probably no residual value on the older one. No?
There is not. We asked about that, and they were very forthcoming. They're like, I'm like, should we gov deal it? And they're like, no one's gonna wanna buy it because it doesn't run. So they're graciously gonna take it and scrap it for us, just to get it off our property.
Good.
So,
Okay, next, fiscal officer report.
Yes, sir. Got quite a few meeting minutes to have you approve. The first is the trustee meeting minutes from November 18th, 2021, the special trustee zoning meeting minutes. If I recall this correctly, this was in front of you last meeting, but you all wanted a chance to really watch it to make sure that we could vote on it. And everyone's done that at this point. If everyone's done at this point, I would ask for approval of those.
I move to approve.
You want me to read it?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Sorry,
Oh,
Mark.
yeah.
Yeah, you were a engineer on that
I wasn't a
application.
trustee either.
That is correct.
I'll move to approve the November 18th, 2021 special trustee zoning meeting minutes. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion. Roll.
Ms. McMurray?
Yes.
Ms. Vaughn?
Yes.
Okay, motion passed. Next.
Perfect. And then I have a group, you can do them together if you'd like. Need approval of trustee meeting minutes. July 16th, 25, special trustee zoning meeting. July 30th, 2025, special trustee zoning meeting. August 11th, 2025, special trustee zoning meeting. September 15th, 2025, special trustee zoning meeting. October 14th, 2025, regular trustee meeting. And lastly, October 27th, 2025, special trustee meeting.
Okay, I move to approve the following trustee meeting minutes. Special trustee zoning meeting July 16th, special trustee zoning meeting July 30th, special trustee zoning meeting August 11th, special trustee zoning meeting September 15th, regular trustee meeting October 14th, special trustee meeting October 27th, all in the year 2025. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll.
Trustee McMurray?
Yes.
Trustee Vaughn?
Yes.
Trustee Antoinette?
Yes.
Two more things. One's our financials. I'll have these for your review. And just for information, total balances in the account, $31,812,591.20. Primary account has $4,299,908.58. The Fifth Third Investment account has $19,687,379.05. And Star Ohio is $7,825,303.57. Everything is reconciled and cleared and will be for your review. Lastly, need to do a supplemental appropriation to pay for Joe's generator. Correct? So I would ask for supplemental appropriation as presented.
I move to approve the following retroactive supplemental appropriation amendments. From the Fire Fund account 2192-930-930-0000 to 2192-760-740-000 in the amount of $18,027. Fire 2192-220-323-0004 to 2192-760-740-000 in the amount of $23,187 for fire generator purchase. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll. Oh, I'm sorry, discussion. Roll.
Trustee McMurray?
Yep.
McMurray?
Yes.
Trustee Vaughn?
Yes.
Trustee Antoinette?
Motion passed.
Thank you, that's
That's
all I
it?
have.
Paul?
Good evening, trustees. This evening, I'll ask the board to approve the applying for grant applications. This is the year, all the even years of the state capital administration are years where you apply for capital funding. In 2024, we were awarded the McNamara Park Playground expansion, the $150,000 we were awarded in Center Green Park. So this year, we wish to apply for capital funding to supply Freeman's Farm with a restroom. It'd be a 75% grant and 25% township match for the parks, through the Parks Fund. We'd like to apply for 3 grants. The second grant would be to add a restroom addition onto the old historic Township Hall building over McNamara Park, 75% grant. And lastly, it would be a paving project from Big Walnut Road, from State Route 3 over to Sunbury Road. It's a lengthy section of roadway. The county will be doing the roundabout section in between next year in the spring. So we would like to improve the other sections because they're basically, the edges of the road are falling off and starting to get a little bit unsafe. So ask the board for approval to apply for those grants.
I move to approve the following grant applications with the State of Ohio capital funds for the following: Freeman's Farm Restroom Project, Old Township Hall Historic Building Restroom Addition, and third Big Walnut Road paving, mill, and fill from State Route 3 to Sunbury Road. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion?
I have a question, and it's more just kind of for context and understanding. So the Old Township Hall Historic Building, what's our anticipated use for the building, or do we have one?
Right now, we can just make it like a museum because there's no restroom in it. If a restroom was added, we can then hold meetings in it, like small meetings, like park board meetings, or some other subcommittee meetings or something. But it's a small facility, but not very useful right now without having a restroom. Closest-
Attached to it. It has to be
attached
attached
to
to
it.
it. Even
Yes.
though there's one, 100
Steps
yards
away,
away,
yeah.
we can't open it to the public.
When we tore down the facility, the bathroom was an after effect to the original construction.
yes,
And
yeah.
it went away. It was all wooden construction and fell off, so now we want to properly, if we are awarded a grant, we would go out to bid to add a restroom on that facility.
Okay. Thank you.
Trustee McMurray?
Yes.
Trustee Vaughn?
Yes.
Trustee Antoinette?
Yes, motion passed.
Next, at the last trustee meeting, the board approved the police department applying for a grant for a drone for their department. In the meantime, the state of Ohio, under the Drive Ohio program, came out with another grant opportunity for us to apply to greaten our likelihood of being awarded for the grant. Jim Barna is applying for this grant. Mr. Denman's going to be, Chief Denman's applying for the other grant. This grant is, since it's through Drive Ohio, Mr. Barna formerly was the executive director of Drive Ohio, and he still has a lot of inside connections with them, so he feels that we have a very good probability of being awarded this grant. So I asked the board's permission to apply for that grant not for 2 drones for the police, for 1 drone, but we'll go with the best offer if we're awarded.
I move to approve the grant application with Drive Ohio for the drones for first responders pilot program. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion?
Question. Will it fund the whole amount, or,
I think so.
okay, all right, great.
There's really no requirements on this, so he's going to go for 100% of the drone cost.
Great, all right, thank you.
Okay, roll.
Trustee McMurray?
Yes.
Trustee Vaughn?
Yes.
Trustee Antoinette?
Thanks, Paul.
Next up,
Is that a yes?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Getting ahead of yourself.
Next up, the Delaware County Land Bank appoints members every couple years, and now a couple years ago, we appointed Michelle Bonney to the position of the Land Bank representative for the township. I'm asking for another reappointment for Michelle to serve a 2-year term on the Land Bank.
I move to appoint Michelle Bonney to serve a 2-year term on the Delaware County Land Bank Board effective January 1st, 2026, with a term expiring December 31st, 2027. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a question. Just to maybe explain to the residents why we are voting on Michelle Bonney from Orange Township.
The Land Bank, we are one of the voting members to appoint members on the Land Bank. Since we don't have a lot of properties that would be subject to redevelopment here in the township, more likely that Orange Township will, or Liberty. Liberty's been in a state of flux the last couple of years with personnel, so Michelle seems to be a steady, level-headed applicant for us to represent us.
Most importantly, willing
Willing.
representative.
Yes.
So thank you, Michelle.
All right. Any other discussion? Roll.
Trustee McMurray?
Yes.
Trustee Vaughn?
Yes.
Trustee Antoinette?
Yes, motion passed.
Public, Michelle Bonney is the Orange Township Administrator. I failed to mention that. That's all I have this evening.
Thanks, Paul. Donna.
Good evening, trustees. Tonight, I am presenting the 2026 Health Savings Account funding amounts. November 2024, during our open enrollment period, the Board of Trustees voted to increase the contributions made to the employees that partake in our medical coverage. 2024, they were all funded at single $550 and family $1,100. For 2025, the board voted to increase those amounts to $1,000 for single and $2,000 for family, as well as looking at next 2026 and possibly increasing those funding amounts even further. Presented you guys with a spreadsheet with regards to what that would look like. Currently, like I said, with the $1,000 and $2,000 funding amounts and 71 employees on our current insurance plan, that amount would be $131,000 for 2026. We could take it up to the $1,700 for single and $3,400 for family, and that cost would be at $222,700. And then I hit it in the middle between the two, what we currently have and the highest we could go. And that would be at $1,350 for single coverage and $2,700 for family coverage. And that would be at a cost of $176,850 to the township. Obviously, you guys can decide, we can even work up some other numbers if you would like to adjust either one of those options.
You're leaving out employee, child, spouse. What is that?
It falls under family.
Okay.
Yeah. So employee and spouse, and employee and child and children all fall under family amounts.
I'm going to make a motion.
I have some comments.
Yeah, go ahead.
But do you want to make a motion and then
Oh.
discuss?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. I move to fund for 2026 health savings account for Genoa Township employees as following: $1,350 for single, $2,700 for family and employee child with a spouse. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion?
Yep. I struggled to make a decision at this point because we've had the union negotiations. We don't know the budget for next year. We haven't decided on pay for next year. To me, funding this at a higher level is a pay increase. So I talked to Donna today. The timing is not good. Nothing we can do about that, but I just don't feel like I can vote on this tonight.
Yeah, I would agree. I did a little bit of research into kind of what some other HSAs kind of are funded at. And I feel like we need a little bit more time. And I would agree with your assessment about it would be a pay increase.
Any more?
No.
Roll?
Do you mind if
Yeah,
I
go
just?
ahead. Enlighten us.
The only thing I ask that we not, because open enrollment is starting. We are kicking off open enrollment November 17th. It will run through December the 1st. Our next trustee meeting will be well after that. We will need to get together a benefit package and guide for all of our employees. And I would like to have that to be presented, obviously, before we hit open enrollment, so that people can look at what is going to be offered and make their plans at that point in time. So I understand, I get what you're saying, but with that open enrollment period falling, because when is our next trustee meeting?
December the 9th.
It's going to be later.
The night, yeah.
And I don't know that on the 9th, we're going to have any more answers, you know? I don't know.
So if we vote no tonight, does it remain, stay the same?
It'll stay the same, correct?
Actually, no. You guys will need to make a decision, because it was for the 2025 HSA deposits. So every year, we have a board resolution passing the funding amounts.
For 2025?
So we would have to make.
Yes, what was passed in 2024 was for only 2025.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. So
So we
we
have to-
would need to vote on what we want to fund them for 2026.
That is
If we
correct.
want to leave them the same, or do we want to increase them?
Yes, either way, you would have to have a board resolution.
Have you compared to other local governments?
Not other local governments.
It's way worse than other governments, just so you know.
What do you mean, way worse?
The insurance policy here for employees is nowhere near as good as other surrounding townships. Just as a compensation package. Most places are at least this, if not more, funding of the HSA as a benefit to work in government. Most of them are like that.
Most of them are fund all of it, or?
A very large percentage, yes. Because if you're just doing the math, if your deductible's $3,600, you put in, what is it right now
It is 2,000,
for a family?
yes.
So that's $1,600 plus the $100 a month. So that's $2,800 out of pocket from the employee for insurance. And that's high if you look at other governments.
My thinking, and
I'm just-
that's
well, I'm
good
just-
feedback. I do think it's important for employees to have skin in the game, because it's too easy to just use healthcare because it doesn't cost anything. If it's free, you don't think twice about going to the emergency room. And I'm not discouraging anybody from going to the emergency room. I'm just saying that I want people to think, do I really need to go? You know what I mean?
Or do I need to go and I don't go because I can't afford it and then I get sick?
So I think there needs to be a balance. I'm with you on that, but I also don't want the other end that they're going to the emergency room because they have a hangnail. I know I'm being, exaggerating,
Well,
but
and I think there's other things. I mean, I know right now we're getting ready to go through this process, with open enrollment. But I think moving forward, there's other things that we can look at that can also have kind of the impact of what you're talking about, going to urgent care versus going
Right.
to the emergency room and things like that. So I think moving forward, there's some discussions we can have around benefits and what we're able to offer and how that all works. I don't know what the other townships or other government entities look like. Those would be good numbers to be able to see moving forward. But tonight, I think we do need to decide on something.
I can tell you, Orange Township is going to be moving to 1,400 and 2,800
Okay.
for their
but they're
HSA.
paying,
excuse
Orange is paying their employees.
No, what they're
No,
going to
for
put
their
in their
HSA
HSA.
deposit.
Oh, yeah.
So they're funding amount. So right now, where are they at right now?
They are at 1,002 now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were
Okay.
right with us. Now, they have a slightly different plan. They do have a high deductible health plan. And they also have a difference card in the middle, like a credit card. So their deductible is much higher. Where ours is 36, theirs is 8,000. So once you hit that 28, then there is a card that kicks in and covers that, and then it gets them to their deductible.
Still funded.
But it is still funded by the township in its entirety. The employees do not have to pay a portion of that card.
And do they play monthly, like here?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
They are statutorily, they have theirs is in their fire contract. So they pay 15% of the actual monthly cost,
What's
and
blended,
that's contractual.
since you know firsthand?
It's fully funds, $5,400 a month for a family and with a $10,000 deductible. But your card that you're handed to January 1st has $10,000 on it.
So they fully fund
But we
it
have
as
13
well.
people.
Yeah, I would say
There's a
that's,
difference there. So I'll throw that out there. Difference there, obviously, in cost. Our
Yep.
budget's different, so I
Yep.
mean, it's just, but our pay isn't as high as the 082, as we laughed about, versus down south. So there's difference there too. So that's a big benefit for us to keep people that could be making more money somewhere else. Look at your health.
And we do. When you go through the employees benefit guide, it does set that situation up, Trustee McMurray, about when is it the right time, look at the costs versus, the emergency rooms are always way more expensive. And even now, I know a lot of the primary care physicians, they're even starting their own internal urgent cares, which will, further help save money. Having that high deductible health plan, it does put that in the forefront, or it should put that in the forefront of everybody to be somewhat mindful and, try to get the best price for the best care, and we definitely don't want, our employees to not go or
I agree.
overuse.
I agree.
no,
Yep.
I agree.
Arguments on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know, I feel like open enrollment this year was kind of a later start, or maybe it's normal to start a little bit later. But just maybe next year, having a little more time that we can look at all of this comprehensively. But I think if we could find some sort of middle ground where we can increase a little bit on the HSA contributions, and then as we move forward into 2026, do a little bit more exploration, look at some comparison of other, local townships and,
Yeah, it
And
makes
just
it hard
see.
because not too many of them do have the self-funded plan like we do.
okay. Okay, yeah.
I'll propose for single 1,200 and family 2,500 instead of 1,350 and 2,700. So we have a lot of unknowns here. I don't want to, I want to be cautious. And then next year, when we're not, are we doing union negotiations next year? Hopefully not. Okay, so then we would have more time and we would know.
All right, so we have a motion on the floor for 1,200 for single
Or
and.
you want to amend your?
You got to
original
amend it,
motion?
yeah.
If you want to amend your original motion to put those numbers in, you can do that, that's fine.
All right, I'm going to amend my motion to fund the 2026 health savings account for Genoa Township employees as follows. Single, $1,200, family, $2,500. Do I have a second?
Second.
Further discussion? None, roll.
Trustee McMurray,
Yes.
trustee Vaughn,
Yes.
trustee Antoinette.
Pass. Elise?
Good evening, Board. I only have one item tonight, and it's just information. For anybody that doesn't know, the police had an operations levy Tuesday, and it passed. Being that this was the first time I had encountered a levy as the police chief, I learned quickly it takes, as they say, it takes a village to have something like this get put on the ballot and then to actually successfully pass it. There's more people than I could ever try to name and thank because of all the work that went behind the scenes with township businesses, volunteers, campaign committees. So we're grateful, the police department's grateful for all of that help, along with the residents that came out and continue to support us. So we understand what a great partnership that we have with this community, and it's unlike any other police department and community in there, and we understand that, and we're going to continue to try to uphold the faith that the community has in us. So thank you to the board for the support through that, and everybody else out there that did everything for us. So we're grateful. That's all I have tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, so actually, I'm going to jump around just a little bit, just because we have some residents in the audience and move up to public comment. If anybody wants to come up, has public comment. Okay, you again.
Wow, he barely knows you and you rarely speak and he's already giving you a hard time.
Okay, it's short today, so really the only handout I have is through November 15th and January 19th, we'll have,
For the record.
oh, sorry. I'm Mallory Menz with the Delaware Public Health District. Sorry. But we have Christmas lights, recycling. You guys will have one here that residents can drop off old lights at. So they have it before Christmas and after Christmas, just in case we pull those lights out and they don't work, and then at the end of the holiday season, they're burnt out. And then I did want to mention that flu season is upon us. It's flu season. Although September and October are the ideal times to get your flu shots, you can still get them now because I got the flu last year in February and it was no fun at all. And I thought it was too late to get my flu shot, but you still can. You can go to the health district website to look at the clinic hours, and we offer those all the time. So that's all I have.
Thank you.
Okay, so Lauren.
Good evening, Board. First on my agenda tonight is a purchase order. It would go to B&C Communications in the amount of $28,305.30. What this is for is replacement of our communication radios between trucks. Our current radios, I have 4 trucks that currently operate. I have 7 dump trucks and many pickup trucks, of course. And these radios, after speaking with Administrator Wise, they are pre-Wise era. So they have some age on them. There's nothing that we can get to even repair these radios. So Well,
That's saying something. That's crazy.
yeah. So, yeah, I was liking the pre-Wise era. I was kind of proud of myself on that one, just throw that out there. But what this will give us as the maintenance department is 9 of our trucks will have communication radios. Our loader will get 4 handhelds that can go in trucks or for flagging, and we'll also have one in the office. These radios will work off of Delcom. They'll work off the Delaware County tower. Ben from BNC Communications already got permission from Delaware County for us to join that tower, so that's his first step in being able to write me a proposal. So not only can the guys communicate with me and one another, they'll also be able to communicate with local departments and communities that also have this. So a few of those, Berkshire, Berlin, Powell, Liberty, Delaware County Engineer. If we need to get a hold of the Delaware County Sheriff or something like that, we have direct contact with them as well. So especially with the new mutual aid, this could be pretty handy to be able to join that. Also in the proposal, we currently have, we have a repeater at the back of the shop up on the tower that is for our current radios. Also pretty old. Sorry, Paul.
Look at you.
I'm going to assume that came with the radios, so,
Bought
yeah.
that thing for fire. You figures it wasn't about-
So we would also update that. It'll be the digital repeater and jumpers would be updated. Our licensing for that is good through 9/24 of 2032 currently. So our license on that is up to date, obviously. So what this would do is give us even stronger strength on the towers. So being this far over on the east side, Ben thinks it's a good idea to keep that current and keep that going. So that cost is included in that $28,305.30.
I move to approve a purchase order to B&C Communications in the amount of $28,305.30 for a radio system and a system enhancement backup repeater for the maintenance department. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Can you address the cell phone issue and why this would benefit
Yeah,
your
so
crew?
with the new cell phone laws and just safety in general, we're hands-free in Ohio now. So with the guys having the radio, they're one key. They can key up the mic. The mic will be hung in an area where they don't have to even take it down. They can key the mic and leave it where it's at. Where versus if they're on the cell phone, they're unlocking their cell phone, they're finding the contact. If they're not using the voice, which my guys probably aren't using voice commands. So safety of the motoring public along with my employees is a pretty big part of this as well.
I think this is critical to not just safety, but efficiency. And you got people out there operating heavy equipment, and it's critical. Communication is going to be vital for that operation. So, any further discussion? Roll.
21st century.
Yeah. Sorry, Paul.
Trustee McMurray.
Yes.
Trustee Bond.
Yes.
Trustee Antoinette.
Yes, motion passed.
Next, I have a resolution for a couple amendments. Chet Daniels and Seth Sager were both promoted in last month's meeting to Technician 2s in their respective department. We had forgotten to include their probationary period of 1 year on that. I know we typically go with 6 months. I discussed this with Donna and Paul. I felt like at this time of year, we're going into our slower season where we don't do a whole lot of different things. I need these 2 young men to be able to show me their leadership skills in their probationary period. So I felt I would just cut them a little short on time to give them 6 months in the dead of winter to do so. Their next step for their promotion is 12 months, so I thought it'd go well hand in hand being 12 months.
Okay. If I'm reading this right, I'm just going to move to amend the following resolutions to include a 1-year probation period for Chet Daniels and Seth Sager. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion? None? Roll.
Trustee McMurray?
Yes.
Trustee Vaughn?
Yes.
Trustee Antoinette?
Yes, motion passed.
So I've asked Joe, I've got one more thing I just want to share with the board and with our residents that's with us this evening. I started a partnership with the Columbus Zoo to share our bamboo that's taking over Freeman Farms. When we walked in and I seen that, I was like, oh, what am I going to do with this? Because it spreads like wildfire. So this is what we're doing with the bamboo. This is Nathan. Nathan is a part of my roads crew and also a Genoa resident. This is Nate helping the Columbus Zoo cut the bamboo because the zoo's now using it to feed their animals. You can flip through a couple of those, Joe. Cool little picture with our...
All bamboo back behind him?
That is all bamboo back behind it. And as you can see, this is the first cutting, and it was overtaking the building in the front and the back. It was about 5,000 feet long area of bamboo. So, and it's thick. It grows about 3 to 4 inches apart. It is very thick. The deer will scare you to death coming out of there. So if you walk back through there, be ready. That's the gentleman that comes each time and cuts the bamboo. Stoyan is the leader for the zoo. So he has been great to work with, and his people's been great to work with. But on Monday, they took their 3rd harvest. They'll be back next week for their 4th. And on Monday evening, I got a phone call that evening from Stoyan that invited Paul and I to the zoo. You can go to the next one if you'd like, Joe. And that is our bamboo. And that is Mama Bear, or Mama Ellie, right? She absolutely devoured it.
Baby.
That is Rita Jean. She's 4 months old and 450 pounds. Yep, that is Rita Jean. The babies right now only play with it. Those 2 females are sisters, actually, at the zoo. I thought that was kind of a cool story. But we got to experience this, and I wanted to share it with you guys because it just kind of came full circle. I was excited about it in the first place, but being able to experience that and know that that came from us is really cool. It was a really good feeling. I'm really glad that we got this partnership going. So, yeah.
Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, in 2 weeks, they will start harvesting calorie pears out of Jaycox, which is overran by calorie pears. All of their herbivores enjoy calorie pears.
Really?
So they're going to enter Jaycox, and they're going to start removing those, which is great for us because they're very invasive.
Yep.
So they're going to cut those, and then we're going to spray them so they don't grow back. So it's a really good partnership. The bamboo can only be used when it's green, so it'll have its season. But the calorie pears, they can use it all season long. So they're really excited about coming up and joining us for that as well. So it's been a really cool partnership. And Paul and I were in the elephant building, and this lady was checking out my shirt. And she approached me and she said, Genoa Township. She's your neighbor. She's a volunteer there at the zoo.
Oh, really?
And she works in the elephant exhibit, so I thought it was
No
pretty
way.
Small world.
I know I'm old and everything, but just for the record, the baby elephant weighs more than me, so.
We didn't say anything about your weight, Paul.
Next.
Yeah, the 2-week-old baby elephant.
A couple pounds.
I won't share the poundage of the baby elephant now. That's all I have for you. Thank you very much, Joe, for helping me out with that.
I think that's awesome, and I hope, Leslie, we take advantage of this opportunity and let the residents know that we've got this partnership.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's crazy cool.
Probably the highest liked post that we've had.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
yeah.
So is the bamboo will be a seasonal thing? Every summer they'll come out and harvest it?
Yeah, every summer they'll come out and harvest it. A little bit of it will be affected by the construction project going on out there, but I think we're still going to have a good area that's going to pop right back up, so,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's great.
So cool.
Again, you amaze. Okay, Zoning.
Good evening, Board. A lot of personnel matters on the agenda this evening. I have one as well. Pleased to report, we've identified a candidate for the vacant Deputy Zoning Inspector position created by Rafiq's resignation a couple months ago. So I ask you this evening to approve the hiring of Nathaniel Baker for that position.
I move to hire Nathaniel Baker to the position of Deputy Zoning Inspector effective November 17th, 2025 at $24 per hour with a 6-month probationary period. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion.
Yeah, can you tell us a little
Yeah.
bit about his background?
Yeah, sure. Nathaniel's a lifelong Westerville resident. His father was a police officer, actually trained Officer Graham for the SRO position when he became an SRO. So Nathaniel's worked for a pipe organ company and also for Westerville City School Districts. So he has public sector experience working in their office, doing a lot of administrative work. Candidly speaking, he's green when it comes to zoning. But we felt like his public sector experience and his customer service skills were so strong that we could teach the zoning end of it. I sort of half joked with him, well, it literally is all written down in a book. So you can read it, and, so we'll teach him, the ins and outs of it, the thought process and stuff. But his administrative skills, his customer service skills, his public sector experience really stood out to us. And we really, also, his personality, we have to work with this person too. So we felt like he was high marks on all of those areas. So we're excited. He reminded me a lot of, Paul Benson was very similar in that respect when we hired him, and Paul's worked out phenomenally. Now, Paul did have a planning degree, but he had never used it. So this individual doesn't have the planning degree, but again, I feel very strongly with the background and
How
his
many
personality.
applications did we get? Just roughly,
I want to say it was more than 6, somewhere between 6 and a dozen. Not a ton,
Okay.
to be
Well,
honest.
Fair.
And, the pool of people with zoning experience is very shallow, as you can imagine. So we did advertise this as a sort of entry-level position. So we got some entry-level people. We did get a couple people who had some interest and maybe a little bit more background, but, there was, during the interview process and vetting process, we felt like Nathaniel was the best overall candidate.
Okay. Roll.
Trustee McMurray.
Yes.
Trustee Vaughn.
Yes.
Trustee Antoinette.
Yes, motion passed.
Thank you. The other item of business I have for you is the continued hearing for the amendments. I'm assuming this will probably roll similarly to how the one last month did. But we still have to do the dog and pony show for it.
Yep. All right. I'll call the continued hearing ZC 2024-05 to order at, Anybody got time?
7:28.
At 7:28. Legal notice and exhibits were read at the previous meeting and asked everyone who wished to speak to this matter to stand in and be sworn in. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
All right, so we all know what we're doing here. Annette, I would ask for you to give us an update on your attempts to meet with residents. I'm sure you've been busy.
Yeah, so we have a meeting scheduled for, I don't have my calendar in front of me, is it the 10th?
Yeah, I believe it's this Monday.
Monday.
Yes, next Monday, yes. So that's when people will be able to come here to the Township Hall. We've got the small conference room reserved, and I will be here to take input. I do not believe, I've not received any additional public comment. Okay, so it's
right.
remained where we
I
were
move to
before.
continue the public hearing for the subject zoning text amendment dated June 9th, 2025, also known as ZC case 2024-05 until, would we decide this next meeting?
We haven't decided. Well, I think at that point, Annette would have met with the public and she'll have some feedback. We could schedule a separate meeting and continue to move forward. You think it'd
Do
be
we wanna
ready?
do that?
You want to do something, you got Thanksgiving coming up.
Yeah, that's the only hard thing.
Yeah, the holidays really start to narrow down the dates I sent out an email earlier. today.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know if you
looking
had
at
a
it.
chance to see it.
Yeah, I don't,
I mean, it wouldn't be inappropriate for you and Annette to send the suggested revisions above and beyond yours to us to review.
No, I don't believe so. Just, all we need to do tonight is continue to the hearing to a date, time, and place certain. So again, if we're not sure where we stand, your options are either to schedule a special meeting and cross our fingers, or you could always go to the regular meeting on December 9th, and then hopefully by then, we will really have an idea of what you want to do, and then we can schedule. Now, that's likely going to push it into January, but we're probably close to that anyway, honestly, at this point.
Does that work, to just do it during the next regular meeting?
that's fine.
Okay,
December 9th?
yeah, December 9th.
So, I'll move my motion again to continue public hearing for the subject zoning text amendment to December 9th, 2025, 6:30 PM at the Township Hall. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll.
Trustee McMurray?
Yes.
Trustee Vaughn?
Yes.
Trustee Antoinette?
Motion passed.
Thank you. That's all I have for me.
Hearing closed at 7:31 PM. Few announcements, November 10th and December
we
8th. So,
Are we going to do or trustee comments at all
oh,
tonight?
yeah. It's, the
It's
script
not
has
on
got
here.
me all.
I know. It's nowhere.
I don't know if it's on here. But yeah, let's do some trustee comment if anybody has one.
Do you
Anything?
have any in that? You want to
Oh,
go
I
first?
want to thank everybody who came out and voted. It was great. I spent about 11 hours in front of Genoa Baptist Church and got to meet a lot of our community members. And it was kind of funny. People would walk out and be like, I voted for you. Or they'd be like, are you her? I'm like, yes, I'm her. So it was a true joy just to have the opportunity to meet folks. And I really look forward to the next 4 years of working with everyone and being able to serve the community. So thank you.
I just want to congratulate both of you for winning the election, and will serve our community for 4 years. I also want to thank Carl Gebhardt for running. It takes a lot to put your name on the ballot and put yourself out there, and I've been where he is and lost, so that's never fun. But I do really believe that people deserve a choice, and it was people had a choice here, but the people have spoken. I also want to thank Leslie and staff and volunteers for the Fall Festival. That thing was
awesome.
I mean, we took it to the next level. So that was awesome. I did attend the Southeastern Delaware County Coalition with Paul again in late October. And we were told that the west side of the county is jealous of this little organization because they wish that they were meeting like this, like Powell and Liberty and who else? Concord over there. And we have John Trainer to thank from Harlem Township. He is the one who encouraged the county to put this group together. There was a presentation by Jobs Ohio. Jobs Ohio is an Ohio Township Association sponsor. They are new this year. They were the guest speaker, and they just talked about how important it is for what we were doing, our cities, villages, and townships to be working together. And was talking about how Delaware County is really helping everyone with their economic development. Now, we don't have a whole lot of economic development here, but we do around us, so it's important. Our county is growing, and they were talking about how it's good to have a balance of commercial and residential areas in the county, not too much of one thing. Yesterday, Mark and I attended the Business Association meeting, and Gary Merrill was one of the speakers, along with Rob Riley, who is from the Engineers Department, and they also Gary talked about attracting the right types of businesses in the county. He was saying that they don't really want to attract warehouses in our county because people who work in warehouses can't afford to live in Delaware County. So you want to make sure that you have jobs here where people make enough to live here. And then think that was it. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, just got a few announcements to make. November 10th to December 8th, the zoning commission. November 11th, the Veterans Day, the offices will be closed. November 13th, Communications Advisory Committee. November 18th, Board of Zoning Appeals. November 19th, Police Advisory Committee. November 27th and 28th, office will be closed for Thanksgiving, and the next regular trustee meeting is December 9th, 2025. I move to adjourn to executive session at 7:35 PM to prepare for and review negotiations or bargaining sessions with public employees concerning their compensation or other terms and conditions of their employment. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll.
Trustee McMurray.
Yes.
Trustee Vaughn.
Yes.
Trustee Antoinette.
Motion passed.
Recording.
I move to return from executive session to the regular trustee meeting at 8:36 PM. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion, none, roll.
Trustee McMurray?
Yes.
Trustee Vaughn?
Yes.
Trustee Antonetts?
Yes. So I'm going to make a motion that we meet again on Monday, November 24th at 8 AM in executive session at the Township Hall. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion? None, roll.
Trustee McMurray?
Yes.
Trustee Vaughn?
Yes.
Trustee Antonetts?
Yes. No more business come before the board. I make a motion to adjourn. The time is 8:37. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.